The terrorist who killed 8 people in a Manhattan truck attack has focused the eyes of the world on Uzbekistan, an obscure country that until a string of recent attacks had been known mostly for its brutal repression. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders said in a press conference Wednesday that President Trump is considering adding the Central Asian country, the homeland of 29-year-old Sayo Saipov, to the list of states restricted in his travel ban. But Uzbekistan, a former Soviet republic south of Kazakhstan and north of Afghanistan, has long been known for crushing any form of Islamic extremism. Dictator Islam Karimov ruled the country through the end of the USSR until his death last year, a tenure that featured him imprisoning opponents including his own daughter and banning Muslim groups that could threaten his hold on power. Islamist opposition to the Soviets and their successor Karimov may have been fomented by the U.S., which wanted to put subversive propaganda into the country in the 1980s as it was giving supplies to Mujahideen rebels in Afghanistan. The CIA sent thousands of Qurans into Uzbekistan and books on Uzbek nationalism into the area, according to a 1992 report from journalist Steve Call, who later recounted the episode in his book Ghost Wars. Karimov used an attempted assassination in 1999 to further crack down on religion outside of state control, specifically the extremist Islamic movement of Uzbekistan. Timur Karpov, Human Rights Watch, said in a report last month that changes under new President Shavkat Mirziyoyev have created cautious hope for change inside the country, though it is the actions of Uzbeks who have left, such as Saipov, that have captured the world's attention. Before the attacker brought terror to Lower Manhattan, an Uzbek national was part of a New Year's Eve ISIS-inspired attack on an Istanbul nightclub that killed 39 people. In April, an Uzbek man who had been denied asylum in Sweden killed 4 people with a truck attack in Stockholm, brutality that followed an Uzbek man from neighboring Kyrgyzstan killing 14 people with a bomb on the metro in St. Petersburg, Russia. An Uzbek man also pleaded guilty last month to federal terrorism charges in Brooklyn, though the FBI has not said if Saipov was connected or known to the bureau. Young people such as Saipov, who received a green card after coming to the U.S. in 2010, have fled their country in droves, both due to repression and a lack of economic opportunity. Uzbekistan perpetually ranks near the bottom of world GDP per capita, with $6,600 per person in 2016 compared to $57,000 in the U.S. Shamil Zumutov, Reuters. College of International Security Affairs Central Asia expert Eric Amara told Newsweek that Uzbeks are sometimes radicalized after encountering hardship in the countries where they flee, such as the inability to fit into the society where they live, and inability to live the American dream. Uzbek nationals have also left their country for the Middle East rather than Western countries, and the Sufan Center says that Uzbeks make up a large portion of the nearly 9,000 foreign fighters from former Soviet republics who have gone to Syria. Some observers have said that it was the brutality of Karimov in Uzbekistan that drove individuals underground and ultimately into the battlefields. United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights Zeid Ra'ad al-Hussein visited the country for the first time earlier this year, and warned against creating potentially global problems of radicalization with repression. As in other countries, I have emphasized that the answer to the risk of radicalization is not simply heavy-handed security measures and repressive policies which breed resentment and frustration, thereby making it easier for extremists to recruit new supporters, he said.